On the 28th of May, Corinne and I set off in Blondie, our camper van, for France. We crossed on the ferry from Portsmouth to St Malo and headed for Bordeaux after spending some time in Mont Saint-Michel and La Tronche-sur-Mer. We then arrived at the Chateau Manoir de Souquet in the Dordogne to help Big John, or George as he's occasionally known in French, celebrate his 60th birthday. It wasn't long before the birthday boy was up dancing with his wife Sharon. The chateau is someplace with 5 villas, a tennis court, pétanque court and a swimming pool set in what must be a couple of acres of land. This was the villa we stayed in and it became party central for the week. The nearest town to us was called the Sigiac, about 5 miles away, and we quickly discovered a little pub restaurant called La Traille, which served a lovely pint of Applegem and was to become our local during our stay. Is that nice? That crepe? I'm just going to put that in my video. You've got it all over your fingers! Un peu? Et toi?
Professional at work.
We took turns at cooking the evening meals, and this is Chef Hammy in action preparing us some lovely grub on the barbecue. We got the flags up for the World Cup qualifiers, hoping for a Scotland v Wales final qualifier. Unfortunately, Scotland couldn't uphold their side of the bargain, but we were delighted for Ellis, Megan and Claire when Wales made it to the final.
Oh! Is that a little bit short? Oh, short! Woo! Oh, shot Daisy, shot. Oh, Daisy's line 2, I think. Oh, we nailed it. Oh, Dougie! Oh, he stepped in. Here's Daddy's.
There was plenty to keep us entertained, and we had a good laugh at the pétanque court, usually in the early evenings, although some of the younger guests got a little bit competitive.
Dad's is the closest, Dad's is the closest. Unlucky. Unlucky. He's a great shot at the end.
I'm not giving you. The
swimming pool was a nice way to cool off, and the tennis court provided a few laughs as well. Leo helped me to fly the drone. He looks to be a very promising young footballer and kept us amused with some quite incredible insights for a 4-year-old. If he doesn't make it as a footballer, a job in the diplomatic corps may be an option. DJ Floodbox, aka the birthday boy, kept the tunes flowing, and would definitely concur that you can't please all of the people all of the time. I would say that the ladies did more than their fair share of the dancing, although the men also had their moments. The There were some lovely sunsets, and we were visited on a daily basis by hoopoes, red kites, a barn owl, and we saw a couple of red squirrels.
Bonjour! Comment ça va?
Oui, ça va.
Bien. Out for a nice wee pedal with Jean Philippe. Soldat. En France. C'est magnifique. Il fait beau. Et tout est beau. Yuki,
Bonjour, grand Jean. Comment ça va?
ça va, oui.
Ça va bien?
Merci, yeah.
C'est magnifique.
The next morning the birthday boy and I headed out for a wee pedal, and that night there was a wee game of cricket before the party started in earnest again. John and I got out 5 times on the bikes and managed to get a few miles in. As you can see, it was a fairly active holiday with various guests cycling, swimming, playing tennis, pétanque, the occasional game of cricket, and there was a very competitive 4-ball at golf with Chomps and Liam gaining the bragging rights over Dom and Leslie Ann. The next day we set off for a restaurant named Planche et Planque, a lovely little restaurant located about an hour from us in a beautiful little village named Belvers, which was recently classified as one of the most beautiful villages in France. Daisy had booked this after seeing the story of the owners on the TV programme A New Life in the Sun. It's a lovely place and the food platters were amazing with local cheeses, meats, fruits and patties. For me the duck meat was a standout. This preserved covered market hall dates back to the 15th century.
Did you try that big? Lovely, wasn't it?
And stuff.
I thought it was very tasty.
Yeah, quite a lot actually.
We had a great time at the chateau helping Big John, or George, celebrate his 60th birthday, and it really was an enjoyable week.